And welcome to episode 28, where things have been happening in the background. So, what do we have today? Um, you might notice I'm kind of out of money. That's because a couple months back I bought a couple trucks. The problem is, as you might see here, they're here. I have two ways of getting them in. One, by ship, that's extra expensive. Two, by helicopter. The helicopter part has one issue. You need to research a couple things. So now I'm researching the second part of it, which is international air traffic regulations, which will allow me to fly aircraft internationally for modern construction, anyway. Actually, let's just assign everyone to work on this. We have, well, a decent amount of university educated people. We're slowly constructing more housing here. We're also almost done because nobody was working at the doctor's office. Which, if you look at the population statistics, yeah, you can kind of tell when it started being an issue. There was a secondary issue because since I have set up the truck to, it's this one, to load food here and unload it into the store, the truck from the distribution office that was bringing in everything else decided, hey, I'm gonna bring food as well, and then it was stuck with 3 tons of food on board and was not doing anything. Meaning people were without clothes and electronics, but mainly without clothes, and that's not pleasant. But, you know, that's solved. Government loyalty going up. Here, construction. I finished constructing all the basic oil rigs that I wanted. And the tanker has now left. It's all the way over here. They've 200,000 worth of oil. That's going to be a welcome addition on this island. I've set up airfields, slowly constructing the aircraft hard stands and all the infrastructure, so that I can start importing stuff like what do you call them? Piece goods. Um, that being mainly, for starters, electronic components and mechanical components. And then later on, it will be used for importing food, clothing, and electronics, at least the initial setup of it. I might have to add more parking stands though, because we will also need something to import things for repairing vehicles. Yeah, that might be a problem. Although not really. When it comes down to it, there are easy ways of adjusting that. I mean, at the end of the day, I can just have some aircraft that are not waiting until unloaded. And, you know, just bring in a bit of plastic, fabric. That's about it, really. Not to mention, it will take a while before repairs start being an issue. Yeah, honestly, zero wear and tear. These excavators, 14. Okay, that's a bit worse. But yep, I've laid out the roads in case you skipped the last episode because that was a fuck up. With the central square, Central Avenue, there will be some building like a university. This goes into the area with a refinery, an oil power plant or gas power plant, and a heating plant. But then I realized that, hold on, that's a bit too far away. It won't be an issue once things are going. But in the beginning, I will need something that's a bit closer to the source of coal, which will be the harbor, and so I've built a secondary heating plant, which will be the main one that I'm going to use, at least initially. And a couple buildings that will house the initial set of workers. Now, originally, I had them on both sides of the road. I've decided to switch them around, put them on one side only. And I might actually move the school and the shop. Depending on how... Okay, no. You know what? I'm gonna do it. Because if I wait with it, then it's never going to happen. Ba-ba-bum. Put the road down here. Eventually this will be demolished. I fully plan on getting rid of it. It's just that before that, we kind of need a setup. So, what did I want? A shop. Small shopping center. Where can I fit it? Everyone needs to be able to get to it, so here's probably fine. And everything will be connected by just dirt paths. This is fine. You can now reach everyone. I didn't even do the math on how many people this fits. Schools. I found this smaller school. And yeah, it fits everyone again. You will need a clinic. And now I'm kind of pushing myself into the sea. This clinic. Honestly, you can be on this side. Again, all the buildings and a kindergarten. Let's see, kindergarten. Probably just this one. How about the school out here? No, actually. You don't need to actually be able to walk to the clinic. If I give it an ambulance, so this would be fine. I'm gonna gravel this. Yeah. You still can't reach everything. But that's fine. I might not even build this one building. And then a kindergarten. Not a school. Even though, you know what? The school can be right here. Where you can kind of reach everything. And then here will be the kindergarten. Which now that can reach everyone. Yeah. And now let's see how many workers these actually fit. 180 and 157, so 160. Let's do the math. 180 times 4 is 720. 160 times 2, that's 1,000 workers. That's a neat little village. You can build this footpath. So, no. That's fucking crooked. That would keep pissing me off. This is better. Yeah. You can even build a school. As for heating pipes, let's see, where is it? Heating. Can I build them above the ground? I would first need to select them. Is it optimal? No. Is it going to work? Yes. Because again, I'll probably end up demolishing this one anyway. Unless I just keep this place around for some obscure reason. Might come in handy later. The heating plant probably is going to stay because it's in a really good spot to heat at least partially this city. They have direct access to stuff from ships. I will eventually. Oh, you're still building that road. I will also bring gravel in by ship. If I have a ship that's big enough. I guess the tanker is now uploading the oil. And as you can see, that's bringing in some cash. It doesn't have the best production right now because we're relying on wind power, and wind power is unreliable. We can go double speed. You can see this guy's bumping like this fucking life depends on it. You know what, that's fine. Just keep building everything. I'll just need to have a construction set up soon. What's next? We will need water and we will need garbage. Water is easy. It's just a simple matter of in and out. Garbage, on the other hand, we don't really have a way of exporting garbage from the island. All the modded ships, and yes, you would need to use modded ships for it, are long expired. There is a different way of doing it. And that is using trains. Which again, that has the insane overhead cost. But what it would involve is you will build dump with claw machine with railway. You would put it somewhere like this. There's going to be a train with wagons waiting until loaded. Once it's loaded, it will go to a small cargo harbor, unload the full wagons, then a ship would come, pick up those full wagons, get them to the island, then a locomotive on the island will load those train cars with garbage on them, and then offload the garbage at a customs house. Is it complicated? Yes. Would it work? Yes. Is it an overkill for how many people we will have here? Absolutely. So what's our next option? We have a free dump with 140 tons of mixed waste. Problem is we can only build 5 of them. It would definitely keep us going for a while though. Especially if I put it a little bit further away. Like here-ish. You need a free excavator. Oh. Yeah, because everyone's kind of busy. So we will have the dump around here. And then whenever there's any mixed waste, it's just going to dump it in there. And garbage transfer. I might as well Now that I think about it. And you would hope that those free dumps, you could just build as many of them as you want. Because it's literally just a piece of flat land that you can dump stuff onto. Uh, Garbage transfer. This might work. Just dump stuff in there. And then eventually it's going to be a lot easier to clean up. I might even have it around here. And no, it's going to block me, isn't it? So let's put it here-ish. The other problem is going to be power. The only way to get power is to build the power plant and bring people to it. The power plant is insane ways away from that. Could I build a shortcut? Maybe. Is it worth building a shortcut yet? We will see. It's too bad you can't click two buildings and, have it tell you how far away it is, but we can just measure it, honestly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ground distance 2 kilometers. Doable, but not great. Honestly, at that point, could we bring people to the power plant by a helicopter? Or even an aircraft. Helicopter's probably going to be better for that. Let's see. This is how many? 77 tons of steel, 62 tons of concrete. 15, 21 for free. Because I know that a helicopter can land on this. In theory. I mean, at worst we will just build the other thing. Just need to figure out how to tuck it in here. Yeah, the space in here is very narrow. So, yes. So this will work. And I can fit a helicopter landing spot as well. If need be. So get on this. And then I need to figure out some kind of wiring. Oh my god. We will need, in any case, an underground wire that would connect these two. Probably even like this. So that there is enough space. And then a direct power line? No? If I do it like this, can you build the wires here? Yes! Okay, cool. We might need to connect another one. And so then it's a... Also, wasn't there bauxite in this? Probably. Ah. I see. Change of plan. We will use this connection to get out of the power plant. Like this. This connection to get into... into the tram. I will plan the railway out of this immediately. Actually, I want a railway gate out here. And I need to see sort of where it ends up. Yeah. It's enough space. Da, da, da. Yes. And then I would connect it to like a transformer somewhere out here. Probably here. Do you have a this? You connect here. You can build this, this, and this. Yeah. You will be able to build that. That is fine. And then from this switch, I will be able to power the village, whatever's going on in here, and this mess. If I figure out a good spot for a I don't even know what to call it, substation. Da-da-da. Substation will get the biggest wires. And and now the substation is going to be able to power all of this, provided we get oil into the power plant. Which shouldn't even be a problem. It's just a matter of building, let's say, these two Olerics. I don't even know what their source strength is. However, you do kinda need two. And we could even use above ground, overground. Pipeline connection. Too long. So we will need a pumping station anyway. Which point just build this one. And like this. I will need an underground pipe here just because of like the stuff that needs to go here, like buildings. But here we can have nice industrial setup with above ground pipes. They're fun. It would be good to know where the road connections are though. That. And then through here. Liquid pipe. One, two. And you're already too long. Now there is a way to make longer pipelines. As a research, but I'm afraid it's still not going to be enough. So let's go back to liquids. Here. You just about fit. I can snap you together. Yep, this is fine. And then I need to figure out how to connect you. Yep. And if I select the helicopter construction office, oh, it can actually construct a pipe as well. Nice. So that's that. They will need garbage stands. Primarily for hazardous waste. One here. One here. Now the real test. Can the helicopter construction office build them? Yes. That's all that we need. You're building the school, that's fine. Roads as well. And eventually we will need an incinerator, which I plan to put somewhere in this general industrial setup as well. Problem with an incinerator is it's good to have a garbage separation as waste separation as well. So this we need more educated workers. This is a little bit of a problem. Let's do this. Wait, that wasn't that expensive. It was 3,000. But now we should have more workers working at the clinic, which should hopefully stop people from literally dying. You are out to export food, that's fine. That one food train is probably going to cover the amount of money that I just spent on migrants. This is almost done, just needs 1.4 tons of concrete. This just needs a ton of bricks. And that needs like a lot more things. We're almost done with the road. Oh yeah, you're building the bus stop. I should have built or bought some buses. Oh, now you're producing almost at a full rate. It's good to see. Also, doing it this way is probably going to reduce our total production. We might only need one of these towers, but I would rather have a backup. And we still have plenty of oil that can be produced in these other rigs. Like, what's it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Most of them are well above 50% source quality. So yeah, that's going to produce a lot of oil. Combined with that, and if it all gets pumped into the refinery, we will have so much fuel that we will not know what to do with. Filling nicely. Slowly, but nicely. The aircraft stands are finished. Yep. I'm just really afraid of this. It's going to involve a lot of flying. The other option would be, again, to just build a nuclear power plant. And I mean a tiny one. Which, when you think about it, this is just a thought, but why not design small nuclear power plants that you can build in the bumfuck nowhere to provide local power? Right? Like, you don't need to build the entire grid, you just build one power plant. It's yeah. Because transporting nuclear fuel is like, you're not transporting hundreds of tons of coal daily. It's just like, you know, the fuel pellets, and if it's like a small power reactor, you don't need that much. Now, of course, you need qualified workers for it and all of that, but yeah. I guess something could be said about safety with such small reactors. Okay, I will catch you later when more things were built. And for now, I'll see you in a bit. And if the thing researched, it's time, I guess. Where did I go? Here. You are now going to be loading stuff beyond the border. There. Load vehicles. None of this. Go. And it will now start importing the vehicles that I need for the island. That's part 1. Part 2. Whenever you're done with this, start working on the harbor. You will need power. So let's not build this yet. We do have this thing. Airplane parking free. Let's see. If I put you there and buy a helicopter. There we go. Let's buy a grey one and yeah. Let's wait a little bit. You will need power. Do I just give you a small windmill? So that you can refuel. Okay, let's build this. You're already working on the wires. You're a bit more oil. Cool. Yep, vehicle imports. That's fine. And you're delivering material. And winter is good. So, plan for the future. Finish setting up the worker route, the helicopters, just to bring workers to the oil. I keep calling it the oil plant. Gas power plant. We now have waste separation. So we can incinerate things more efficiently, and I just realized that I put the windmill exactly where I wanted to put the yeah, the garbage separation chain. So what that will need is an incinerator, small is fine, a what is it? General separation, and then some place to store whatever the incinerator spits out in the form of ash. Which honestly can just be a transfer. And there. I'll see you in the next one.